Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel here today. Today we're here for more Musume action here with Season 3. It'll be episodes 3 and 4. Very excited to be jumping in here once again. Back with Kita-san Black and friends. Looking to see more of those friends here today, you would say. Solid start to Season 3. Definitely standing as something different to Season 2 in my view. And over here we have the YouTube comments that'll talk us through a few talking points before we get onto the episodes proper. First up here, Eric Algelius, and this kind of goes into a thing that a few people go into, and just the general vibe I'm getting is that Season 3 is not as well regarded as Season 2 in the broader view, you would say. And I think the proof will be in the pudding with this stuff. Obviously, again, I'd like to think that I'm a mature viewer that can see what something is going for and not just expect the same thing again, but again, I've only seen 2 episodes. The jury's still out, I guess. If that scene with Nice Nature in episode 2 that we had isn't it's indicative of where we're going, then that's only a good thing, you would say. And yeah, obviously we're dancing around it a little bit. We don't want to get super spoilery too early with the themes that we're going to get into with the rest of the season. Yeah, episode 2 really the shiner, you would say. Like the scene where Kita-san finds out about Duramente, like the emotions there and the mix of like joy and like excitement, but also disappointment in oneself for feeling that way, and also like obviously my idol Teo got injured too. Like I'm pretty anti-injury, you would say. It is like that's pretty complex, you would say. Like that mix of emotions. Again, it bodes well. Music going hard too as well, and a little reply here from hopefully this is easy to read, just saying that this season will deviate more than previous seasons from what happened in real life, and this may be jarring considering how recent events here are, right? Like it's like in the 2010s, you would say. Like that's soon enough that you would remember it. It's going to be weird if we deviate too much, I guess. Quick on here by Oasis Genesis. I believe this time code is just me looking at the Bakushin armpit gif, which is still very funny to me, so I am crying laughing emoji as well, I guess. Eric Algelius again here, just with an explanation about that joke with the blonde guy, the foreigner. Now, the explanation we go with here, I guess I can see it. I've personally never been in this situation before, but kind of a Japanese native person being caught out by not knowing English and then just trying to like kind of default to, no, I see foreigner, I don't know English, when like I'm trying to speak to you in Japanese. It's like completely fine. So again, Kita-san trying to be super helpful, seeing somebody that, you know, is a foreigner, but he's speaking perfectly good Japanese. She wants to be helpful. She wants to stand out from the crowd. She's like, yes, my English, I'll communicate with you in that way. It's like it's not needed. It's completely fine. So yeah, maybe a little bit more of a Japanese cultural joke there, you would say. Next up here, Waffy. Probably one to canvas the rest of the class. Road to the Top. Am I watching movie version or the episode version, or what am I watching? Just the more information I have about this kind of stuff, the better, and the sooner that we talk about it, we can have a discussion in the Discord, do all that other kind of stuff. So if you would, please. And Waffy here as well with the Bakushin Kita-san connection. Bakushin is Kita-san's grandfather, I guess. So yeah, that kind of doting type of personality interaction. It's not that foreign, you would say. And yeah, I believe I will go on to meet Sakura Chiono O, who is the horse, the second horse in that GIF that we showed last week. So looking forward to it, I guess. I don't know what to say there. Next up here, Mobbin, as others have said, Season 3, not quite as good as Season 2, but making for a nice comparison piece. All the same, you would say. Again, jury's still out on my opinion on the subject. And yeah, side note about the music, try to go back after you finish a season and maybe read those openings, endings, inserts with fresh eyes. You'll see a lot more there. BD422 with a little bit of extra outside stuff. We saw a horse last week called Genjutsu Steel. Real life counterpart Real Steel's son, Forever Young, born on the launch day of Musume, has actually gone forth and won the Breeders' Cup in the US back in November, and is getting an Musume counterpart soon. So, like, I don't know, it goes to show the kind of the life cycle of Musume, which is fun. I don't know, just like new horse loaded into the game. It's kind of novel to me. And last comment here, hopefully this is easy to read. Very long here, we're going to be picking and choosing, as we always do. But this stuff here is noted regarding Road to the Top. Nice to see. You know, it shouldn't be too different either way. A few bits of trivia here and there. Do like this stuff about the goofy-looking jumping man. Mirko de Muro, Duramente's jockey. That's a reference there. And the symbols on the hair, they're all generally pretty accurate. Like, put up Duramente's here. That's pretty good. Like, that's... I didn't think that would be... It seems very anime, but it actually is true to real life. That's cool to me. I don't know. I guess what we should take here as well is that Bankoshin should not be discounted. You know, based on her temperament. Very, very good sprinter, so keep that in mind, I guess. One of the most dominant sprinters in Japanese racehorse history. Yes, finally an answer here. Aston Machan, the character always staring straight at the viewer, raced alongside Daiwa Scarlet and Vodka, promising career with the G1, cut short by acute heart failure at age 4. I didn't read that ahead. It's fucking sad as hell. But yeah, so it's cool that she's represented in the game, regardless. Kind of a bit of an immemorial vibe to it, for sure. Doesn't really answer my main question, which is why are they looking at me? I don't know, do they know something I don't? Well, this is fun. Duramente has a bit of a weird walk going on sometimes. You know, this is like the Teo step. Another parallel between the two. Another thing that Kita-san doesn't have. Yeah, I was going to question this too, because Bankoshin said, you know, that distance is too long, the derby, which is shorter than the race that she ends up winning in the Kikukusho. So I think Bankoshin's just saying stupid stuff. Like, distance wasn't the problem there, I guess, despite, again, leading in the derby and getting ran down. Didn't really stop her in the future. It's not going to be like a season 2 short distance, long distance type conversation. The other character that we'll often see in the background there is Meisho Doto, who has animal companions. So the one with like the goats and the cats and the everything. This is in reference to the horse on the retirement farm would kind of make friends with all the other farm animals. That's kind of cute. I like that. Correct in assuming that the VAs sing all of the music. Kita-san's VA really impressing me last week with their vocals. Good job. Love to see it. And yeah, just rounding us out here with a little bit more conversation about Season 3's reputation. People in Japan outright disliking it, apparently. Again, proof will be in the pudding on all this stuff. We're not going in with any preconceived notions, I guess. As a matter of fact, I probably wish that I knew less about it than I now know. You know, it creates a little bit of a narrative already, which I don't like. Like, you know, giving it its own due on its own terms, that kind of thing. But either way, that'll do it for the YouTube comments. We'll share a Patreon here and then we'll roll on into the episodes. I have a Patreon. It is linked in the description below. If you would like to see next week's episodes 1 week early, they're available for you to do that. Only $6 a month to get you early access there, as well as early access to some of the movies that I'm doing at the moment, as well as Ping Pong the animation. Having a great time with that one over there too. So yeah, check it out at your leisure. In the meantime, a very big thank you to Sean, Ace Lightning, Ada, Akomancer, Alchemy, Astafif, Bananarama Hamadama-sama, BD422, Botero, Brennan M. Gibbons, Brett Jones, Capella, Chobo Ribby, Copley, Cure Dynamic, Dakota, Dapper Dwarf, Diark Lord, Doke Hyo, Ed, Eric Algelius, Fancy Question Mark, Fried Rice, Fruit, Frozen Fox, Gloriana Tenebrae, Glank, Hayato138641, Hans Peter, Hibiki Tachibana, I. Bailey, Ika, Intaz Students, Iria, J. Cambion, Yako Yavanen, Jacob R., Jeff Solis, Joran, Kasogtha, Clem, Lexi, Lick H., Locus Carulius, Lou, Lupe Ferrugia, Maddock the Doppelganger, Matthew Bratcher, Matthew Mortlock, Mickey Babbers, Miru, Mistake Yel Chen, Molly Weinberger, Mr. Maniacs, Nature Without Man, Pencil Shop 333, Platinum Fighter, Pike, St. Lily, Sam1373, Samuel Guerrero, SGM Janus, Shiny Haxorus, Skeleton, Tentacle Member, Terrence, Tobias Dale Christensen, Waifu Overdose Without a Net, Binshi, Jummy Boo, Kelvin, Ronled B&K, Eclipsing, Free Weekend, and Luigi Mario 3939. Thank you very much for giving me money. I enjoyed the money. Last week we were introduced to Kita-san Black. Not for the first time, we already know who that is, of course. She's come into this thing, she wants to be like Teo. She's not quite living up to that standard. Very high standard to attain, of course. Instead, in her place is this horse, Duramente, and she's winning the lot. She's going crazy until she gets injured. We then have some mixed thoughts about that. We kind of convene and, what would you say, seek advice from nice nature, who does pretty good in the end in that department, you would say. I guess with the general takeaway there to be embracing all different parts of yourself, no matter how, you know, non-ideal they may be. You know, Kita-san's trying to see this idealized version of herself, like this symbol that we have of Teo up there, and realizing that she can't be that all the time. It's just natural. It's like being a human. Horse girl. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be perfect all the time. But knowing yourself, understanding yourself, and trying your hardest regardless, these are the things that leads her to victory in the Kikokusho. Rounding out that triple crown, she takes one of the wins. Very, very cool. So next up, I'm expecting some side characters to start to rear their heads. We have Hat Girl, we have Violin Girl, we have Duramente actually having some lines spoken. I'd imagine these things happen in the relatively near future. Either way, I'll get those episodes up now. Episode 3, coming right up. Rightio, Season 3, Episode 3 of Musume up there, ready to go. 23 minutes, 55 seconds on this one. Sync up accordingly with your own copy. I have the OK Subs version. Please get that version if you'd like my version. If not, there's a picture-in-picture version in the description below for your viewing pleasure. Let's give this thing a 3, 2, 1. Rightio, 3, 2, 1, go. Bit of Satono Diamond action. Oh yeah, this would be like debut race or whatever, right? Indeed. It's very elegant. Satono Diamando. That was Satono Crown next to her too. Who is... Okay. Hello, Gold Ship. Whoa! That certainly is part of her charm. Interesting. Setting up this Aramakinen, but gonna get a bunch of fucking horses in it. And Gold Ship, apparently. Was that intro there last time? Forgot how good this opening is. It must have been. I don't think that's new. Have a friggin' carrot. Everyone's just doing fucking everything. Yeah, what a slammer. Holy shit. Good opening. And it is that serious, 100%. No matter how many times. They fucking got a few pints. Cheval Grant. You got a bit of a mustache going on. Not that I can talk. Alright. They're getting sloshed tonight. Just an absolute write-off, isn't it? Okay, you're gonna do your Triple Crown. Interesting voice. I mean, we heard it this week during Cosmic Princess Kaguya. Okay, so Arimakinen is next goal. Is anybody ever going to tell her about... It's kind of distracting me, honestly. And then the Kampai again. Correct. You know who also won the Arimakinen? Think about it. They may be in frame. Gold ship. What the fuck? How did this happen? Another nightmare. Okay, looks like she's got it all figured out. Okay, that made it seem like there's a little bit of time before this race. It's like Teo. Join us or get left in the mud. Pardon? Hello, Sounds of Earth. That's a 10 out of 10 horse already, I'm sorry. Cabedon. Have I been pranked? This horse was made for me? Yare, yare. No! With a big old dumb shoujo laugh. Fuck yeah. Alright, yeah, okay, sure. Young Canopus. Well, it's not like there's any normal people on Team Canopus, so like, I think you're the most normal. Nice. Okay, another one in the armor. You guys are thinking what I'm thinking. That's good. This is always a good gag too. The boats. It's like a speedboat. And I was only able to win that because of the advice. Yeah. Ah, you helped. Sensei? Gassed already. It looked a little slow. Okay, now she switched on. That's how I run around. I bellow the entire time. It's a real nuisance. Alright, she's full of beans. Hit her growth spurt. Ominous. Not really. How many fucking bananas does one bloke need? Hella carrots? Ooh. That's a weird way to find out. Mm-hmm. What was happening there? What kind of steak? Gold ship? Gold ship press conference. Go on then. I say. Okay. Read between the lines, retirement race. Jesus Christ. Don't fucking kick me. Leave the football before the football leaves you, gold ship. Yeah, look at her fucking go. That shot there's from the from that first opening too. Life comes at you fast, man. Is she playing Mahjong? We're doing that a little bit more with the tails too. When I take. But we're going to be racing against each other. Oh. Like strangling her Simpsons style. Ah, talking shit. Alright, that seems all very cordial. Yeah, I'm smiling. I'm happy about that. She fucking can't stop winning. 2 bananas. What a treat. Always the mustache. Yeah, I mean, your goat. Why don't you talk to Teo about it? That's what I would do. Yeah, but we can't just, like, not think about it either. It all comes for us one day. The end. Yeah, I was wondering if we were gonna do it this episode. Looks cold. Oh, like color commentary. Once again, just a 10 out of 10 horse. Sounds of Earth. Alright, turbo supports her? Maybe I'm gonna have to stand as well. Hold on. Oh, of course, Canopus, right. That makes sense. Oh. 2,500. What are we feeling here? It's like the Executioner or something. Sure, let's give Gold Ship a win. Why not? Oh, bit slow out of the gates there, Gold Ship. Bit of front running. Well, I mean, there's no reason that Kita-san should lose either. Oh! Very good joke. Instant best friends. Come on, give me some Gold Ship. Yeah, dude. Blurry. Feels a little bit too early. She's just been first the entire time. With only 200 to go? Here we go. Maybe? She seems very far back still. Don't think she's gonna make it. Yeah. No more gas left in the tank. Spend all them fuel tickets. And we know who that is too. Oh! All Hayu! Now, come on. Neither? I did not see that coming. I wish you won instead. Go give young Goldship a frickin' hug. Give her a cuddle. She needs it. Ow. Still got the adoration of the crowd. It's a very good record. And also, like, entertainment is first and foremost. Pardon? Okay, gotcha. Sucks to be, all Hayu, whoever that horse was. Not getting any of the flowers. Special week crying again. Every week, man. I mean, that just twisted and turned every way. It's a faux draft beer. It's not real. Oh well. Shit happens. Oh, sup? Do you want a beer as well? What? G1 wins. Six sides like the six sides of the Rubik's Cube. Can you make a seven-sided cube? Maybe even 9. For all the squares on a Rubik's Cube. But I mean, you guys saw it. It's passing the baton to the next generation. It's pretty much what we're trying to say there, yeah. Bit of a weird old episode, eh? I didn't mind it. It was okay. I guess all that focus on Goldship is just very episodic, very like, oh yeah, this is our one point in time here. Like, I mean, she's been a big character in the rest of it too, obviously, and is huge for the franchise, but like, so I guess you kind of got to do it. Am I okay? No, I never am. Come on. I forgot about this too. This is pure joy. Also, yeah, all this stuff about like moving over to like the Dream Trophy or whatever when I've been doing the Twinkle series. It's all very, you know, fake because of how Musume works. Obviously, in real life, it has way more significance, but like, these are horses from every era, man. Either way, episode 4 upcoming. Let's go. And There we have it, episode 4, 23 minutes 55 seconds, same old stuff, picture in picture. Let's give this thing a 3, 2, 1. Radio, 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh. Hello, nicest of natures. On the other side of the winter, Kita-san Black, the baton has been passed. What happened? She's sad again. Nature-sensei, please. Yeah, seen those sleeves on Satono Diamond. Can't be good to race in, no? Kita-san has big sleeves too. I want something a little bit tighter to my body. Pause. Sounds of Earth. Holy shit. I'm very, very happy with this development. Yeah, you could definitely hear that voice there now, for sure. That kind of lower register. No, like, you guys don't understand. It's like there's like a music horse that is like, I don't know what you would even say. She's like dominant and like shoujo coded and like she wants to kiss the other horses. She's the best. Oh my god. Sounds of Earth. Okay. Osaka High, senior class. But just a... Yeah. Second's alright. Yeah, Duramente must be due back soon, too. It'll all come together. Sweets? Go on, then. What is happening this time? You two? Again? Run! Air groove! Duck? What a clusterfuck. What the hell? The lesbian's at it again. What a hero. She's pretty tough, Kita-san. Why are you even trying to steal her shit? Like a goddamn brick wall. Okay, so you don't get tired. And you're very tough. Jesus. Some like Yamshid shit. Well, I think you could use that toughness in a race. But hard training's good too. Like, what's stopping you getting a little bit mean and doing a bit of body on body? What would you know about being injured? The both of you. There was a whole season about that. There was a whole season about that, too. I don't think injuries are going to be Kita-san's problem. I guess I know who to ask. Put a bit of body on. Make it mean. Throw an elbow. Oh, okay, no, it wasn't Kita-san. Never mind. This is Satono Gang. I know. We're aware about the jinx. Thumbs up all round. What? Bananas don't count. Oh. So you're gonna miss it. Okay, she seems pretty locked in. What? Yo. We're not going to be apart for that long, though. But sure, I mean, I'll take it. Somebody's meowing in their sleep? Mihono Bourbon? Is this our special assist for the training? Yeah. Okay. The goddamn Terminator's here. Robot horse. Oh! I know where we are too. Get Rice frickin' Shao in on this too. She's gonna beat the shit out of you. Yes, ma'am. Oh. Hello. She doesn't seem like the enforcer type. But that Mihono Bourbon, she runs a tight ship. Oh, she's also got her master's coat. Like that jacket. Holy shit. Theoretically, as soon as you start using the theoretically word, it's It's craziness. Straight into it though, no warm up, no nothing. Oh, she's on a little segue, like season 2. She's always hooting and hollering, isn't she? It's that gold ship special. Wuss! How is this relevant to racing? Ooh. Yeah, there's that tail stuff again, too. Ah, it's fucking Pride Rock? This is stressing me out. I don't like mountains at the best of times. Six hours? This is, it's giving me, like, Mulan vibes. You know, like the montage in the middle there? Like the Be a Man? Yeah. Like, and they're just goaded by the very end? Hey, she made lots of rice. It was like some kind of rice shower. Say that again. Oh, onsen. Not quite. It's only pain, dude. Well, how did Daya-chan go in her race? Or was that today? I think that's today. Like, I kind of just want to play the song from Mulan right now. I know I can't, but I don't know, it's in my head for some reason. Time's coming down. Hey, while we're talking about it, I broke my 10-kilometer PB today. This morning, I'm very proud of it. We're running, we're doubling down. Getting it done. Being a good boy, I'm running before work. She's not very close to 3 hours, though. Probably getting stronger over time, though. The saxophone there's a nice touch. It's giving me, like, camping vibes, too. I hate a sleeping bag. So, like, sweaty, man. I've never slept comfortably in one of them. Never, not once. Okay. I like that. The stars kind of matching us up. She's pretty fun, too. The maid. There's a satellite in the sky. Classic. The pose. Ready for this one, chat? Improvement isn't linear. Sometimes it feels like you're right back to square one. But you did make improvement. It's actually still improving quite a bit. Put a shirt on. This is just spitting facts. Interesting, kind of spinning Bourbon's story into it as well. Okay, she's locked. Remember, Satono Diamond. Oh. Oh yeah, she had her thing about bread too. Who the hell are you? Holy shit. Also, really weird street sign. It's like, it's one thing to say 180 kilometers to a city, but just to the racecourse specifically? Guess that's the universe of Musume, though. Racing's the only thing that matters. It's got good form there. Are you in time? Yeah, just in time. There's that horse in full armor again? Go on, Daya-chan. Throw a few punches yourself. Divinity Original Sin. You can't win them all. Kind of reminds me of Kita-san losing that initial race. And race record? How is it meant to even compete? There's a fucking ruckus in the crowd. Forgot about the jinx. Did she see you at all there? Oh. Desire to win. Babe Ruth calling her shot. Diamondo. Interesting spot to leave things, right? Maybe the first step to victory is changing up the clothes. Running in like full Victorian dress. Interesting. But that's your motivation, right? And interesting that like you didn't like meet up with her at all and like chat about anything. It was all like she didn't even know you were there. Immediately? Them time's coming down again. Those are like huge improvements, by the way. Like 9 minutes? That far into the journey? Be a man. Look, she's climbing up the Musume franchise. It's all peak. Would have worked better if I said it properly. Anyway. She did it! What? That close, too. 57 milliseconds. Spring Tenno Sho. What a story. That was pretty fun. It was a good episode. I like how we used our cast. I think using bourbon and rice there, it's good to see them. Appropriate. Are we playing at this race during the credits, actually? They're giving off those vibes again, too. Nice reference, nice callback. Yeah, we are. She won. Against some rando. Where's Daya? Shame we didn't see the race, though. I'd like to have seen it. Oh well. And yeah, that'll do it for tonight. Those episodes are pretty good. They were alright. They were okay. I think 2 very separate episodes, especially in comparison to last week, which was very, like, they were about the same thing. Either way, you'll see me in a second for some analysis. I'll see you then. And we're back. It's the next day. 2 more episodes of Season 3 here in the books, getting a little bit more of a feel of it, getting into the action, meeting a few more side characters and whatnot. And yeah, overall today, if I had to say a word, probably solid with the 2 episodes. Nothing exceptional, and I could definitely probably see now what that step down from Season 2 is, right? But again, I don't want to go into the negative immediately. I'll get to it, I guess, or not even really the negative, because it's only, again, in comparison to something that I think is great, so it's hard to talk about. They were good. I think we're telling a decent story here. We're setting up Kita-san in a nice way. Satono Diamond, we've got a few bits and pieces there as well. Show's still really funny. solid music, doing all that kind of stuff. It's good television. I'm enjoying it. But again, episode 3 here. What is it essentially? It's a gold ship focus episode, you would say, with kind of some other things going on here and there, but mostly, again, they want you to care about this gold ship debacle. And I mean, I care about it because I like gold ship, and I mean, it has emotional significance outside of the show as well, again, being the last run of this, significant horse, popular horse, very well regarded and acclaimed. But I just compare it to other focus episodes of one particular character in season 2. Like, compare it to the rice shower stuff, and I feel like it's night and day, Well, they just gave a little bit more space there, a little bit more investment. I guess it's tough when you don't have this triumphant moment to cap it off with either. It kind of needs to be this kind of anticlimax, and again, this demonstration to Kita-san that not everything always goes to plan, whilst also being the, passing over of the baton, so to say, as well. Like, I get all that. I guess they don't have as good a material to work with there, but you just don't feel that moment as hard, I don't think. But back onto the positives, episode 4, I really like the pairing of Rice Shower, Mihono Bourbon, and Kita-san. They're like great picks to be like these coaches to show you, the devotion, the hard training. I like the, again, like the idea of Kita-san being this horse that's a bit more durable, like focusing on her kind of aspects that make her better, like her strategic competitive advantages relative to other horses. Like, if she can train hard, why not do it? Seems to be a bit of a theme of the season as well. Like, nothing is happening in that same storybook way that it would have happened in season 2, almost, like the perfect horse isn't winning at the perfect time and everything. Like, again, we have this episode here with the gold ship stuff, and also that race, the Satsuki show from Satono Diamond towards the end there, she doesn't win either. Like, at these moments, previously you would see McQueen absolutely kicking someone's ass, or like Teo beating them all or something. Like, it isn't just falling into place for us yet, which again feels like entirely the point. It's meant to subvert and change and tell something from season 2. It's a direct sequel in that way, but by its very nature, that's also unsatisfying. It's a weird balance to kind of make there. Yeah. In a lot of ways, I do respect it. It's less obvious, but do I think that the execution is making for a better product overall? Probably not. But again, it's season 2, man. Season 2 of the show is amazing. It was very good. Amazing, almost. I don't know. That's enough yappery. We should try to roll back through here. We definitely had our moments. I want to talk about Sounds of Earth for the next 50 minutes, probably, but probably not. We'll get there. Very, very fond of that horse, though, for sure. Either way, we'll roll back through. We're starting here with Satono Diamond in her debut race, coming up trumps. Bit of a victory there. We'd love to see it. And yeah, I did want to check here. Yeah, it is Satono Crown is the other horse here, along with our trainer over on this side as well. Cheering along, of course, as Satono Diamond crosses the finish line. Something about the, PE-only uniform plus the rain, it is giving me Major and McQueen a little bit. There's a specific episode pretty early on in season 2, I think I remember, that had a similar aesthetic going on, so obviously, again, mirroring and rhyming, all that other good stuff. And then abrupt focus change over to Gold Ship, and we're talking about the Aramakinen, which will take place next week. We have Kita-san here. She's probably going to be fan-voted in, considering she just won the Kikukusho, that last race of her Triple Crown, of course. And of course, Gold Ship's getting in on anything fan-voted. It's Gold Ship, right? Also, again, coming off lots of wins, wanting to prove themselves, especially in the wake of the shocking Takaruzuka Kinen, of course, the 12 billion yen incident, which we've covered before. Just being a bit of a goober. We love Gold Ship. On the zoom in here, you'd have to imagine that this is definitely Gold Ship's room. And yeah, we have that letter on the desk ready to go already. Already got those ideas in mind. What's the shogi thing? I remember her playing shogi previously, but lots of board games actually. Very crafty horse. You got some go over here, some chess. Yeah, heaps of stuff. Mahjong. Never really noticed that to her aesthetic. Sure, okay, learn something new every day. In the wake of Satono Diamond's victory, we're all celebrating Satono Crown in the house, along with Cheval Grand. Now, I thought we would make a bigger deal about Hat Horse, but we haven't. She's also got a bit of a belt around her head. I don't know what all that's about. But I actually knew something about this horse going in here from last week, because I watched Cosmic Princess Kaguya, where the titular Kaguya is played by Yuko Natsuyoshi, who is Cheval Grand. You learn something new every day, right? So, I mean, that's a lot of range, because if you've seen that film, very, very different character. You seem like a bit of a stick in the mud, where Kaguya is just, like, psychotic. So, like, it's probably a bit extreme. A bit more bouncy and ganky and stuff. So yeah, range. We love to see it. We love to see range, of course. And if you ever sing, we know you got a bit of a singing voice too. But yeah, just a bit of a celebration in the wake of the win. Some faux draft beer, of course, non-alcoholic. And a few good gags here too. You've got Kita-san with the carrot mic. That's pretty good. You got the little froth mustache. It's something we repeat in another scene where we have this similar drink, so I don't know, maybe got a real life equivalent of something happening there. I'd be all ears. And yeah, Cheval Grand here, frustrated with injuries early on, but next year going to turn it around and try to win some G1 races. Just have a look on the horizon, because we've kind of passed calendar year, right? We've gone from the winter now into spring. Spring has sprung by next episode, so yeah, you're on the horizon as well. And of course, the third joke of the scene being the continuous cheersing, the kampai of it all. She says it doesn't make you drunk, but she feels a little tipsy right now. This is also something we're doing. Jury's still out on it. I didn't really know how to feel, but the tail was going all crazy when they get surprised. It gives cat more than horse for mine. Like, that's something that would normally happen when a cat's stressed out. But it's cute enough. Look at them, they're like rocking back on their heels. It's okay. It's pretty good. But yeah, ending that scene there, we have Kita-san vowing to compete in the Aramakinen. We know why this is a very important race to you. You had your triumphant defining moment in an Aramakinen. Of course, Kita-san wants to be in such a race and perform similarly, right? It's a very, very important day for, me trying to replicate Teo. You know, our gold ship as well, always struggling with the barrier. So she brings the whole barrier with her here. It's a good gag. You hear the big kind of outside and you go out and check. It's good. So, question. How quickly together are the Japan Cup and the Aramakinen? Because we have you here saying that... Because the Japan Cup happens in the time between, and we also said it was a... I don't know, are we being weird about time again? Maybe. I think so. I thought this moment here was quite nice for Kita-san before the unimaginable happens afterwards. We'll get there. Just singing to herself, giving me Teo vibes. I liked it. And then enter Sounds of Earth. Chrysanthemum Concerto, my dear. Oh my god. So... I said in the reaction this feels like a horse that was made for me and my interests. What have we got here? Musically talented, theatrical, super gay, like a dumb shoujo pastiche type thing. It's everything that I would like in life, really. This is the horse I aspire to be the most. Even a little bit of like a swindler vibe too, like a fake kind of musician that's just trying to like scam people because we hit the button, we're not actually like playing the instrument. Just what a fun character. What a delight. The more that you're in the show, the better. As a matter of fact, I wish the entire IP from here on in was just about you. I really do. It even compelled me to look up a VA once again for Sounds of Earth here. Makiko is her name, and does not have a large CV when it comes to anime at all. This is just a mistake. Cast her in more things. What are we doing? And it only makes sense that you're another cannabis freak as well. You're just on that team of weirdos. Like, you fit in so well. Is there a scene between Turbo and yourself? I would love to see that. Anyway, plot stuff. She's going to be in the Aramakinen. She doesn't end up winning, but running second instead, thinking of themselves as something of a rival to Kita-san. Hopefully we see them again. Sounds of Earth, everybody. Once again, man, the gags are just so strong this season, man. Like, I know you guys can't hear it. The boat is motoring right now with how fast they're moving their legs, man. Like, that's just so damn funny to me. But again, divorced from that, this is a nice follow-up for last week from Nice Nature and Kita-san. This, like, senpai kohai thing we have going on. You're my, like, you know, shoulder to lean on. You can also like lend me your ear type of thing. Like it's good. I like these two. They're a good mix. And yeah, by the end of the conversation here, leaving the door open for a little bit more advice as well, which happens at the start of next episode. Even Nature Sensei. Little blush. Ah, come on. You guys love it. We love it. Next up here, Goldship and Kita-san training respectively. You're training your starts, getting a little bit better there. Kita-san's just bellowing as she runs around. There's a little bit of a look, you know, wistful, you would say, from Goldship there, maybe looking at Akita-san and thinking about that youthful exuberance. I don't know, I thought it was an area we could have played with a little bit more. Your true feelings on everything happening. I think, again, you look over here at Akita-san and, you know, see who's next, you know, and that's why we pass the Rubik's Cube at the very end. Maybe admiring another horse that just yells as they run too, which again has been one of your trademarks and something that you do during the end of the episode as well. So, you know, I admire the passion and the drive there. We're keeping up this connection with Kita-san and the townsfolk. Now again, I've worked in produce. These banana crates are quite heavy, everybody. Like, she's incredible. But yeah, she's doing odd jobs. Still very popular with the townspeople, very helpful horse. And yeah, they're all voting for her in the Aramakinen as well in turn. Love to see it. Good, healthy relationship between fan and horse. Did think this was a little bit odd, like looking at the newspaper that the carrots are wrapped in. Gives us the update about Goldship running 10th in the Japan Cup. Yeah, again, I must have just misread something earlier. I thought that the Aramakinen was a lot sooner, but doesn't seem like that's the case. But yeah, losing that Japan Cup, you know, pretty convincingly. You would imagine in real life, getting pretty old here at this point, Goldship. It's time to call it quits. The next race, the Aramakinen, is going to be my last. Now again, we do a very fun thing in Musume where we move them over from Twinkle Series into Dream Trophy Series type stuff. It's so we can keep everybody around and, you know, horses never graduate or whatever. It's, you know, everybody's got their little cliques at a time. It's fun. Once again, taking on horse racing in Japan as this concept, but almost like rewriting it. Like the horses never grow old and they stay legends forever and they can race to their heart's content and whatnot. Like, it's just nice to see that play out once again. It's a very, very warm feeling that I get from the show during these times. It is also one of the few moments we see Goldship kind of serious, so it's worth noting from that perspective too. To be honest, I forgot that Goldship was this late in the timeline, so to say, like mainly around again that early 2010s type of time was Goldship's time. That's, yeah, I didn't know that, sure. We do get a couple of nice moments here, reflective from Goldship, sitting on that stump, which everybody seems to get reflective around on campus. Or again, it just feels like that classic kind of aging star. You know, I used to start at the back and just mow everybody down. We've seen it a million times. It's that shot from, you know, that first season opening, right? Where you just kind of go for your life. Like, look at her go, man. Like, how are you supposed to beat that? And then lately, I tried to do that same stuff, including in the Japan Cup just before. Didn't happen for me. The trend will also continue in the Aramakinen upcoming. You know, just time caught up with you. It happens to all of us. Oh yes, all these. Somebody showed me on Discord that these are all references to real life Goldship moments. So I'll put the thing up here. Very fun. Love that. Even that one with the tongue. maybe not the mahjong. I did think there was some fun stuff as well. You've got 6 G1 wins and there's 6 sides to a, you know, to a cube, like a Rubik's Cube, you know, presenting like, hey, I'm going to win my 7th, and then like holding it out. It's like, it just wasn't in the cards for you, you know. I'd be interested to see if we play around with that by the end of Kita-san. I wonder how many races she ends up winning. She did inherit the Rubik's Cube after all. Interesting one. There's some fun shit talk here as well. Kita-san saying that I'm disappointed that I'm going to have to rain on your parade, basically. Like, come here, you little squirt. Bit of a give her a noogie, that kind of thing. Yeah, good bit of banter, and don't the girls love it too. I did like this little moment here too, these two talking about the Aramakinen and being excited for it tomorrow. And we get a shot of our two best boys in the crowd as well. You know, they're sitting here like we used to. We're now preparing for the next race. Like, times have changed a little bit. I liked it as a moment. Even some decent framing here. I like kind of this picture of Teo up here versus Kita-san now contemplating, you know, somebody's last race essentially and how they would feel. Just apt. Again, I wish they'd even zoomed out a little bit more and made this parallel a little bit more obvious. Because we know another horse that had their last run in the Aramakinen as well. Teo, of course. And yeah, once again, like, this was 2015, wasn't too long ago. You would conceivably have people watching this anime now that can remember what happened here in this race. It's actually pretty plausible, right? Very, very cold winter's day is how we describe it. That's where some of the history stuff in the show really shines, in my view. It's like we're transported to the day a lot of the time, you know? Oh yeah, another thing to say for Sounds of Earth as well. The costume is 10 out of 10. She's like some kind of musketeer or something. Got our belt here. Is that some kind of clef, or is it some sharps or something? Sheet music down here, kind of on the tailcoat, the sleeves of it all, the feather. Just very regal, awesome horse. Even this, I think this is a new season thing. Just this kind of splash screen as we enter into the race proper. It feels very official and, you know, like it's like a sanctioned event almost. Again, transported to the day. That's what it's all about for me. Now, I'd imagine the gold ship has that hood on as to not spook themselves whilst in the barrier, which seems to have been a problem. Again, just feels like a real life reference there, of course. Now, for our two, you know, main characters here in this race, Gold Ship and Kita-san, we have two very different strategies. You're kind of front running for a lot of it, and we see, you know, Gold Ship go for the tried and true wait at the back and speed past everybody type strategy. Neither ends up working all too well, but it is probably indicative of where they are going, basically, you know. Gold Ship lagging behind, Kita-san driving forth into the future. Feels apt, I think. Oh yes, and another one of my favorite jokes of the episode, these two analysts over here try to go into their shtick, but we have two kind of already existing analysts that exist for all of Gold Ship's races. You know, it's almost like this character can be copy-pasted between stories, between favorite horses. They always exist, these kind of super analytical super fans, you know? And again, it feels like these two are a little bit older, a little bit wiser as well, just a different generation, but, you know, have that same hobby, that same spirit. It just works as a bit of a mix-up for our color commentary as well. Funny. Very good. We still get some decent animation in the middle of this here as well. We have this kind of push-off moment from Gold Ship, which I think is quite well done. Just kind of the impact on the ground there, the excessive force, and then the zoom back, and then very, very quickly right up in your face. It's a good moment. It's kind of this last hurrah for Gold Ship as well. Kind of going for that long spurt. We kind of see it on the wide there. You know, just probably a touch early and don't really have that force to press further, you know, like you may have used to on other occasions. And once again, one of these races that feels a little bit subversive. Like, again, you're the focus character here. You would expect them to go forth and win. They're yelling their hardest. They're trying their hardest, and they just don't succeed. Like, I don't believe that you're trying any less hard right now than Teo did to win their Aramakinen, right? It's just that the horse gods didn't smile upon you this day, you know? And again, that's the lesson, right? That's the thing that Kita-san has to learn from all of this. Like, Teo's story is, it's storybook, right? And real life isn't storybook. Repeatedly, we're faced with not the perfect thing happening at every single stage, at every single time. And granted, that didn't happen for Teo either, very much not, but still had that crowning moment by the very end. Do we believe in miracles in the same way this season? It's hard to say. Jury's still out. Nice reference here to Gold Ship's trainer as well in the crowd, kind of realizing that, you know, we're retiring for a reason. A bit of a wry smile there as Gold Ship ends up running 8th. And yeah, we have our two winners here. All I really care about is Sounds of Earth, though. That's all Haiyu, everybody. Sure. She's cute enough, I don't know. I like the hair color, but you're my big favorite. Any character that is this archetype, this trope, just a million times yes. It almost feels like Mamoru Miyano coded a little bit. Just the touch, right? I kind of do feel a little bit bad for all Hayu in all of this. Like, I mean, she won. Goldship gets all the accolades and all the media attention. It feels a little bit unfair to me, but sure. This is kind of Goldship's send-off. Again, this isn't over. This is Musume, right? After the Twinkle series, we have the Dream Trophy League. I'm able to get my perpetual revenge against all the people that have thwarted me in the past. Or people, horses, you know what I mean. So yeah, we go on forever. There's always new race, you know? And the crowd's psyched. They get to see all these famous battles over and over again. How good is Musume, everybody? And I mean, more from the Kita-san perspective, it goes to show that you can have an illustrious career with a lot of fans, even without being the most successful horse in the world and kind of finishing on top, so to say. Like, you may be sad about, you know, the door closing on a Twinkle series, a last run for Goldship, but it's never really the end. There's always more. It's never as serious as you think it is. There's always a tomorrow, you know. Maybe a lesson that you could take into the next episode, which begins with you crying after a loss in the Osaka High. There's always more, you know. Like the callback here, though, with Special Week having a cry once again. It looks very adorable there in the corner. And yeah, going full circle in the episode here as well. Another faux beer, another congratulations, another kampai. This time only wishing that we won the Aramakinan instead of running our third. And passing the baton in the form of the Rubik's Cube. You've got one thus far. I managed 6. How far will you go? Will it be the 6 sides like the 6 sides of a Rubik's Cube? Or will it be potentially 9, like the 9 different squares? It's one of them, I think. One side here is complete, too. Wonder what that all means. Craziness. Next episode time now, and as I said before, Osaka High has been run and Kita-san very upset. I believe the gist is that she's run a very close second and is feeling very frustrated. If I'm letting these opportunities go early on, like the Aramakinan ran a close third, close second here, I'm never going to achieve this dream. You know, these are good chances to get wins on the board and I'm not doing it. Also, random thought of the day. Duramente, we never really did any more there here with, you know, episodes 3 and 4. She still cooking? She coming back? I hope so. Anyway, nice nature lends us an ear once again. She's getting very good at that. Yeah, Kita-san opening up here, believing that she doesn't have that extra thing that's going to get her these wins. Razor-sharp acceleration like Daya-chan, or explosively powerful legs like Duramente. So essentially we need to find what Kita-san's thing is. That's kind of the point of the episode. Its title is My Own Shine. I believe by the very end here, we find that her ability to train really hard and her durability over that time is her point of difference. And the thing that leads to a victory that occurs during the credits there, I believe. And of course, it's also the mental edge that she develops from bringing that time down so far during the training. Like, you know, races are one up here. I keep saying it. If you're training that part, you're going to be in good stead. This was a nice bit of fun, of course, seeing Palmer and Helios once again, my two favorite lesbians, stealing a DJ set of decks from Air Groove. This is all just very random to me. I'm sure this makes sense to somebody. I guess this is the time that we demonstrate her strength and her, I don't know, stalwartness. She just kind of stands there and takes them both out. That's Kita-san Black, the muscly horse, saving the day. Like, again, like a superhero. She goes around helping all the townsfolk, and she stops ne'er-do-wells from stealing stuff. You know, some kind of vigilante almost, you know? And this has been a thing for forever, during their childhood, her and Daya-chan, of course. You know, whenever I fell down, never really that hurt. Always had energy for days, which nice nature suggests using it in training. You know, maybe you can handle some kind of hard training that the other girls can't. I'm still waiting for a horse, and I'm not sure how realistic it is, to just start barging people in races too. Get really aggro, get some body on body going. It'd be cool for a bit of a, you know, playstyle switch maybe. This prompts Kita-san to go to trainer and ask for this tougher training. He immediately says no, and I immediately love the two characters we've chosen to be in the scene with him during this time. Trainer-san's had, you know, many experiences in the past with you. And you. regarding injuries, why would I want to make Kita-san train any harder when I've got this experience on the roster? You know, like things can go south really quickly if we are not careful. But it takes these two giving the words of encouragement and almost the permission for them to be able to go through with it, right? Like Trainer-san, don't think of her the same way you think of, you know, myself or Silent Suzuka over here, right? Like, we're all different horses. We have different strengths and weaknesses. There's no reason to consider us in that same way. It's almost the theme of the season is Kita-san is not Teo, so that also has its advantages, right? So yes, Trainer-san successfully convinced, but he's also got a secret, I don't know, co-conspirator to plan with here about the training. Familiar face in Mihono Bourbon, we will learn in time. Quick check-in with Satono Diamond, getting that acceleration all ready for the upcoming Satsuki-sho, of course attempting the Triple Crown. Seems like she has the edge over Satono Crown at the moment, which is good. Really, again, this is just reinforcing this Jinx stuff. It is still ongoing as of the end of this episode. It is seemingly going to be like your thing. If and when we do break it, it's going to be a pretty large focus. Look out for that, again, in due time. Once again, timing is weird. Let me break this down for you. Cool. Kita-san is packing. I'm going to a training camp tomorrow. There's about a month until Spring Tennosho, so for about a month I'm going to be at training. Sorry, Dia-chan, I might not be able to make it to the Satsuki show to root for you tomorrow. The Satsuki show doesn't happen tomorrow, right? It happens, like, here. Right? That's the Satsuki show? I believe it is. Like, I know that isn't framed, right? But, like, we move on there and it is the Satsuki show. Like, on the thing. Yeah. That's not tomorrow. You lied to me. See, that just feels like a mistranslation to me in the subbing. Again, it's no biggie, but it makes me just a tad confused sometimes in the episodes. Either way, it does lead to one of the, you know, most interesting things out of the episode, which is you not making yourself known when coming back and watching it. Like, you know, you make this proclamation here that you will win, so don't worry about me. Almost like this reassurance that you should go out and spread your wings and do this training elsewhere. That doesn't end up happening, but we don't acknowledge each other's presence during that day either. Like, it's interesting to me. We're almost already kind of deviating from one another. Oh, only now noticing the curtains as well. That's a good touch. Yeah, very, very different. And yeah, I mean, it's showed up enough times now too. What's the go with the bananas? Does anyone know? I'm sure you guys know. Oh yeah, the brooch too. Just keep it in mind. Maybe it comes back again in a stronger way in the future. As of this episode, it's really just a reminder of, you know, the trust that Satono Diamond has placed in me. It's this memento that I keep that almost keeps me sane during the training. It is my rock, literally, during training, you know. Scary moment here, though, too. Mihono Bourbon sneaking in dead of night, steals you away, takes you to the training camp, the abandoned school. Once again, a really fun moment in the episode. The reveal of the location, the reveal of who's taken you there. Top tier. And yeah, I mean, we bring in a lot of that good Season 2 juice as well. Bourbon reflecting her own master and, you know, how hard, you know, he ran the ship and stuff. I've got, you know, his jacket on and traipsed over my shoulders. Like, it almost seems like this great opportunity for me to now be in his shoes and, you know, give somebody else a taste of, you know, his medicine. Of course, working great with Rice as well, who famously trained here night and day, all day, every day, through many, many pairs of shoes to win in Season 2. It's great to see her back. Also, of course, Bourbon and Rice chilling together as well because they're now pairing. It writes itself. And yeah, I mean, from here on in the episode, there's kind of staggeringly little to talk about. She kind of just training montages for a good long while before she has her break and goes back to town. Again, the training seems pretty intense. I like some of the cherry blossoms in the background. I really like the peak at the very end of our run. Like, I think that's, I mean, it's just good writing. I'm ascending. I'm getting stronger all the time. It's this thing that seems insurmountable at the start that, you know, turns out to be, you know, surmountable. I do end up climbing it and claiming that mountain, and I do end up beating my you know, my time, my PB. Great touches all over this thing. Again, obviously, I've brought up the jacket, but the segue too. It's callback central. Call it fan service. Call it whatever you want. It made me happy. I feel like there's some good content to be kind of gleamed out of Kita-san punching the camera like this. Like, that's a good frame, like me to the haters or something. And yeah, the aforementioned peak as well. You could almost say that her indecision here is the thing that costed her. Again, something we must overcome. It's going to become instinctual. It's just going to become part of you and the things that you do. Very, very good training. Now, I must get somewhat critical here. I believe we're just eating rice. That's not conducive. You got to get some protein in there. What are you... I know your name is Rice Shao, but you don't need to live up to the billing all the time. Throw some more bread in there, man. Something. Just a bit of variety. But I mean, very relatable. Feeling, you know, you're exhausted. It's the end of the day. You've been grinding, grafting, working hard. Big carb-heavy meal and a big old hot spring, lay down in the shower, even a bath. We've all been there, for sure. We get that across well here. Just, yeah, that standing there and realizing how exhausted you really are. And yeah, I mean, from here, it's montage central. It's just seeing the same things that we've seen again, over and over again, as that time starts to come down. I will say, her time is coming down a lot, every single day. It's only natural that she would eventually get to some kind of resistance. I think a lot of things work the same way. They say when you first start the gym, you're almost increasing everything every day until you find that point where you need to actually start to get stronger to make improvement. It gets a little bit more difficult, a little bit more grindy, but again, that's where that mindset diff comes in, you know? Progress is not linear, and sticking with it becomes the challenge. I shared it at every episode, man, but the music, very good here again. The saxophone in this particular piece, it feels like a remix of something we've heard previous in the show. But yeah, very well done. Gives us an opportunity here to also check back in with Satono Diamond. We have this star up here in the sky, or satellite, I don't really know what it is. It kind of looks very unnatural. But it is the thing that links the two of us, Satono Diamond and Kita-san Black, both looking at the same sky. Seeing that same inspirational thing, long in the distance, something to reach for. Reach for the stars, and if you fall, you land on a cloud. Something like that. I think that's how it goes. Oh yeah, I was about to say, it actually does go up. I was going to say I would have liked one of these times to go up, but yeah, it does. She goes from 13 here back to 14 to 13. That's still pretty good. I would like to see a large regression here, maybe. Again, it would be, you know, realistic. Even at that point, it's almost just like hormonal cycle type stuff. Like, I mean, tangibly, what's the difference between this day and this day? Not much. You know, just that 1 or 2% off for whatever reason. And yeah, this is where Mihono Bourbon here spills the beans. This right here, this point, is actually the most important part of the training and almost its entire purpose. Keeping motivation during this time and pushing through regardless, and doing that is the point. Mihono Bourbon, again, this was devised during her, you know, failed comeback, you would say. Mihono Bourbon couldn't push past this barrier. Kita-san reminds me of myself, which is why I hope that I'll be able to see her do it, you know? A little bit of, wanting to relive it through somebody else's eyes as well. One of the themes of the season, perhaps, trying to, you know, relive something through Kita-san. Yeah, now that I think about it, there's all the Teo stuff pretty obviously, and last episode was, you know, kind of gold ship looking longingly at the youthful Kita-san. Definitely something we're cooking there. And yeah, Kita-san, during the night, makes her escape, looking at that brooch, thinking that today's the day of the Satsuki show, and that Satono Diamond's gonna race. I do end up feeling bad for Rice, though. She cooked you some nice bread, just a little bit of motivation, something different. Hey, you flaked out? You didn't get to experience that with her? Come on now, be better. Also, it's the voice acting. I just love how, like, distressed you are at Kita-san not being there, calling out for bourbon ever so. It's cute. Also, holy fuck, Endurance Beast, 180 kilometers, specifically to the race course, which once again is insane. That's a training day in of itself. Of course, we do arrive in time to see the end of the race here with Satono Diamond. And much like Gold Ship last episode, trying to push ahead right at that right time, do what I normally do in these races, and not quite having that edge. Getting a little bit bodied out of it, and somebody with a way better run just rushed out ahead. Divinity, of course. Divinity running a new race record as well, setting the bar very high. And yeah, that Satono Jinx still in play. Very, very sad for you two. And I think this is the inspiring moment, right? So, Satono Diamond before seemed very assured. I'm going to win. I know I'm going to win. How is she going to react in the aftermath? Remember, I lost a close race in that Osaka High at the start of the episode and was a crying wreck. Satono Diamond, you know, horse that debuted after me as well. Is she gonna be less mature about it? Nah. She is staggeringly mature. Staggeringly so. Very matter of fact. Very, you know, my ability, my desire to win wasn't there, wasn't enough. And calling her shot in the next of the Triple Crown, the Japanese Derby. My name is Satono Diamond. Diamond is the name, diamond is the nature. I'm gonna fucking rock your world. See you next week. Essentially what she says there. Inspiring. That's the piece of inspiration you need. If she's going to be rock solid, like that brooch, right? If she's going to be, you know, that locked in, then I better lock in likewise. I better go back, finish that training, and overcome that mental barrier. Because it seems like she already has. A couple of fun touches. I like looking down at the brooch here and it going into the moon. I thought that was quite nice. Again, that far off light in the sky that we're looking up to and reaching towards. Just a nice little sub-theme. And yeah, making that run back as well, running all night. Even another small one here, kind of Rice's ears are the first to prick up upon hearing her. I just thought that was cute. Yeah, she's back, and she's ready to rumble. The last bit of motivation she needed, knocking 10 minutes off the time at a time, which is, again, just utterly ludicrous. And once again, super duper Mulan vibes, 100%. They're so cool, holy shit. And to finish off, ascending that peak right in time, right under 3 hours. Cinema, absolute cinema. Spring Tennosho, here we come. That'll be our next hurdle to pass, our next peak to climb. Which, I mean, we do that immediately, everybody. We do the race straight away. I don't know how to feel about that. I would have, once again, liked to have seen it, you know, like, you know, we've only really seen 2 of her G1 victories. I guess we got the full kind of breadth of that first win in the Kikuka. But I don't know. Feels like a bit of a missed opportunity, maybe. It's a pretty song in the ED, though. Some nice visuals for the moment. Maybe, again, it isn't much of a remarkable race. Divorced from that, I guess she wins a close race again. So, you know, it's almost the reversal of that Osaka High. I had that extra edge, my own shine to push me right there towards the end. That little bit extra, that intangible to get me to win. Hey, Rubik's Cube on the table too. Love to see it. Getting that, it's almost like a tombstone or something, the kind of shield we get. That's some swag. But speaking of swag, it's just about it. I'm about to swag out of here and swag off to bed. They were okay. That was pretty alright. It was a good time. The only problem is season 2 exists. I don't know. It's good anime still. I have a good time watching it. It's funny. It's funny. Music's good. Good characters. It's just not season 2. But again, it's only early days still. Still got, what, 9 episodes to go? Got a lot of episodes to go. So plenty of time for things to change as well. I'm going to keep an eye out. Hopefully, again, we'll get Satono Diamond and Kita-san Black in the same race at some point, some new rival characters here and there, all that other good kind of normal Musume stuff. In the meantime, Patreon, if you want to be that 1 week ahead, you can be. Also, again, movies, also, again, ping pong, they're all up there at the moment. Like the video, subscribe, all that other kind of stuff that I do. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Ciao. Goodbye.